Hello, fellow watchers and enjoyers. Ash and Piggy here from Watching Walford, bring you yet another edition of Watching Walford. It's episode number 80. We've been doing this for 80 weeks now. Fuck me. And today's episode is going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 25 of 2024, or the episodes from the 8th of July all the way to the 11th of July in the Lord's year 2024. The main storylines are going to be focusing on this week are Reiss hasn't been paying Debbie's fees, Ian is hiding something, Suki and Priya become allies, Denzel struggling in the aftermath of the steroids coming out, and Stevie's birthday, Stevie's exit, and then this new kind of evolution of the Mitchells. I'd say this was a bit of like a sleeper week where you're kind of like, oh, we got to deal with the steroid stuff. But then suddenly fucking Stevie leaves. It's just one more episode would have had me fucking crying my eyes out. Like, if they really turned it up to 10, I would have been crying.
He'll be back.
And then, yeah, he should. I fucking hope so. It'd be terrible. It'd be awful if he doesn't. And we also get to see Phil Mitchell. Like I said, his empire of dirt. What does it mean if nobody really loves him? Also, someone's got to make an absolutely straight fire like compilation of Phil Mitchell's like everything he had turning to dust to Hurt by Johnny Cash. Like someone's got to make that. Like, you know, you push it back together where it's like him 30 years ago, him now. You see how he's gotten older, he's aged, all his family with him back then, but now there's no one. Like, be absolute fucking king shit. I would make it if I wasn't lazy. But I am. So I'm already fucking being shit at writing the fucking YouTube video I was gonna write. So, you know, it's all over the place. But yes, those are the main storylines of this episode of Watching Walford. And as always, it is the podcast. It's the end of the week. It's our little debrief before we go and have a long weekend and have a good time. But as is always, the first half an hour will be us shooting the shit, talking about us, talking about the channel, talking about whatever the fuck we feel like. And then obviously from the half an hour point onwards, we will be talking about the EastEnders. So like I said, first half an hour shooting the shit, half an hour onwards talking about EastEnders. How many times do you reckon I've said that? How many times do you reckon I've done this whole fucking spiel?
Throughout the 80 weeks? 100 times,
yeah.
probably. Over 100 times.
Yep. But look, people should be able to quote at this point. Not that there's anything interesting to quote. It's just like, blood, he's doing it again. Change the word in. Don't fucking think so. But yeah, fucking, how are you doing? How's your week been? Blah, 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 etc., etc.
My week's been good. I've just been looking online, reading some articles and stuff. There's this YouTuber who I basically describe it. He did some queer content on OnlyFans. And so basically his name's Sketch. He's a bit autistic, but he plays it up to the 10s. Does that make sense?
What did you mean he's a bit autistic?
Well, no, he is autistic.
Or does he? Okay.
He is. I worded it wrong.
You fucking worded it awfully.
Yeah.
Like, as a man with the autism.
But yeah,
everybody being like, he's autistic. He is. Is he actually? No, he's just not very good at reading social signals. Sound.
Yeah. But anyways, he's autistic, but you know he winds it up to the 10 because you know you're gonna watch a normal person just be like, I'm playing this game. Let's enjoy this game. Now you're gonna enjoy a person who's gonna be like, I did not do that, guys. I did not do that. Shit like that. But he basically did some queer content, I think, under a different alias a few years ago. And basically, he was like, I don't want this content to be found. They found the content. Then he did the apology video, and it's one of the fucking funniest lines. He says something along the lines of, did I suck that guy's cock? I did, yes. And then he leaves. But basically, all his fans are like, I just can't accept a guy who does queer content. I just can't accept a guy who who has a different alias, like. And then there was like streamers, like obviously his friends were like, "Is he a pedophile? No. Why should I care? He did queer content." And then and then there was just one YouTuber going like, my brother watches you. If you're being queer, you should be open about it. And I'm like, no, you don't have to be fucking open about it.
It's his own fucking business, whatever he wants to do.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, like, didn't he say there was some, like, he was going through some, like, addiction or whatever, and he needed the money?
Yeah.
And that's why he did it?
Yeah.
And then, like, the whole internet explodes, because it's like, he's gay! It's like, who the fuck cares, man? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like, what if it's not like, I don't know, it'd be like if I suddenly went, guys, I'm actually straight, I've been lying about being asexual all along. I just can't watch you anymore. I just can't watch you being straight. Like, imagine if the shoe was on the other foot. Imagine how outraged all these people, already outraged, would be if it's like, yeah, I actually lied about being gay. Because it's ridiculous. It's the internet. I can't get behind him if he's gay. Who the fuck cares, homie?
Like again, the one thing I find like interesting is I just want to say it's the reverse of Dr. Disrespect, where obviously the streamers like went, mate, yeah, we can't support you. You did text a minor. We don't know what he did to the minor, but he did text them over whispers. Nothing physical happened, but obviously you know that. And then all the fans were like, no, it's just cancel culture trying to get a Dr. Disrespect. It's like it was the reverse of that, where all the fans were like, oh, I can't support a guy who does queer content. I can't support him. And all the streamers like, mate, who cares? Who gives a shit? Who the
fuck cares?
I only wanted to bring it up because I found it funny. Just like it literally felt like he murdered someone.
It is the duality of man, right?
Yeah. It's
like, oh, this guy messaged a minor. Don't judge him too harshly. He did some gay videos. Oh, it's like, are we not past that yet? Are we not beyond that? Am I? It's like how a lot of the time I'm like, the internet doesn't hate women, do they? And then you see a bunch of you see a fucking thread of the EastEnders fandom being like, fucking Amy Mitchell standing up for herself, precious little bitch. I'm like, come on, guys, you're not like, can we just all uniformly not be shitters?
Yeah.
That is all I ask.
Yeah, so I just found it interesting because I'm like, he didn't do anything. Like, I understand if you're a Christian or Catholic or anything, or you're deep in religion and you don't want to associate with that. Even then, that's your religion. You shouldn't bring that into fuse when you're talking about someone. Because if you're told you're not going to watch someone for the past content, then it's like you shouldn't really judge a book by its cover if the cover's ancient.
I also think it's like those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Exactly.
Lads, just shut the fuck up about it. Just shut the fuck up. It's not it's not worth it. What if you do this and it turns out you're some sort of weird cretin? I say weird cretin. Obviously, this guy's not a cretin. He can do what the fuck he wants. Can't tell my stance.
You just have more money than all of us combined.
But fundamentally, let them do what they want. I don't care. Fucking, and I will. I will. I don't have anything else to add on that, but I will. First I have something else to go on. I've got a little comparison, and I need to. I'll send you a picture in a second. I'll send you 2 pictures, just to kind of. I don't know if you'll be able to show it on the screen or anything. Maybe you have to go over to the Reddit, but fucking. Someone fucking made a comment which was absolutely fantastic, and they know who they are. And you mentioned it to me before, but someone made a comment, and I really enjoyed it. Fucking, I don't want to mention the name because sometimes it's like, don't mention me. So I won't mention the name, but you know who made it. The comment was, "It would be funny if a willy made the same boing noise as that spring that behind the door when you ping it," which is an absolute fucking banger.
From the show the comment on screen, or
No, don't show the comment on the screen. The images are separate. See, and yeah, I mean, before I was going to do the whole bit like, oh, YouTube comments are really profound. You know, they're really, really good. You know, some great thinkers, some not so great thinkers, and then you have this. But I dropped the ball on it. All right, the two pictures. I will send it to you in a second. I don't know how you're going to show it, or if you are going to show it, but we'll figure it out. But I've sent two pictures, and I'll do the premise. I'll do the premise because the Barney Mitchell actor, as far as we all know about the Barney Mitchell actor, he seems to be a man with autism, and it's been one of those things where, because I'm also not an actor, but I do have autism, and I have relatively the same look at some point in the life. I get some like secondhand embarrassment because I look at the Barney Mitchell character and I see me. And that's fine, like the dude's killing it. He's on EastEnders, he's an actor, fucking great king shit.
I flashed the image up on screen. I'm on the Reddit thing. Here's Ash. I believe this is not Photoshop. I believe this is an actual image.
No, that is a genuine picture taken of me.
That is
when I was like 12.
That is like 240p, 480p.
I mean, it was taken when I was like 12. That's like fucking 12 years ago, some shit. Like, cameras weren't as good as they used to be.
Here's Ash. Here's Barney. So I'll quickly like 1, 2.
So, now, am I thinking things through? There's the same haircut. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like they've cast my doppelganger. Obviously, the actor who's much more talented than I will ever be, legend. But yeah, like, I am the talent though. Does he have an EastEnders podcast? Don't fucking think so. I'm multi-talented. I'm doing Hollyoaks. I'm doing fucking Coronations. I'm here grinding away.
He has 644 subscribers. I'm on YouTube.
He does not.
I think not.
Exactly.
Fuck him.
But yeah, like, is there any resemblance there? Is it just me being a bit of a mentalist?
Yeah, I can see it. I'll see. Can I zoom in on this? Can I fucking there's Ash's face, if you can see it in 240p, 480p. Here is Barney Mitchell. He's a bit fucked. There's Barney Mitchell's somewhat of his face. There's Barney Mitchell, with Teddy's forehead in there. So there he is. Yep. And let me just go back to Ash's head. There's Ash. So like, let us know what you think. Do you think he looks like him? Again, I'll just show Barney. There's Barney.
Yeah.
And there's Ash. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below.
Tell me if I'm just projecting myself into this, or whether I'm like fucking like But also, we don't even know what the character is. Is the character just gonna be a normal? Well, I say normal character. I'm allowed to say it. I've got the autism. Leave me alone. I can fucking talk about it like it's dumb. Will the character have autism? Who the fuck knows? Will they make it a part of it? Who the fuck knows? But I do see a lot of the same mannerisms that I have in Barney, and I get slightly squeamish. But I do like the character. Yeah, I just thought that's a little interesting fucking comparison. Don't know if anybody's thought about it. Doesn't help out in that photo. I have eyes like piss holes in the snow. Like in that fucking photo, I've got the darkest of eyes known to man.
Like when Ash is doing all these talking, I've just had this image on the screen. There's just like him talking, and I'm looking at two faces. I'm looking at like the past and the present. Where's the future? It is funny. Like, I do see the resemblance. But the reason why this photo looks so photoshopped to me is because when Ash does his streams, obviously this is one of his like fucking badges when you subscribe to them, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just one of the emotes having my Twitch.
Yeah, so I'm like, this is fucking Photoshop. This is not Ash. Like,
No, it is a genuine picture of young me. Obviously, I didn't take too many pictures, but yeah, it's fucking just thought I'd unearth that little nugget of information for everyone. What's been going on? I suppose we do have our first member on YouTube. You can join the channel through our memberships. Honestly, I will say this isn't the best advert for it because I can't lie, we've not really had much of the time to we haven't really fleshed it out because we haven't really needed to. But yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, member joined a couple of days ago, Belinda Slater. So thank you very much for joining the members. They are now a watcher, and yeah, so thank you. I don't remember what the levels are or what we promised.
you will get early access to the podcast. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much early access to the podcast. We have some emotes. We do have some emotes. We have me doing this. We have you with the fucking. You have you angry with the Santa hat on. We have Reiss looking really confused. And then we have Ian Beale crying, saying he's got nothing left. So there we are. Probably not the best promotion for the memberships, but if you do want to support the channel and you do want to help us fully understand that people are enjoying this, fucking thank you. All I gotta say on that. Like I say, I don't think we're going to be promising the world. It's just we are still aiming to improve our content, even without like a bunch of financial support. Like as a whole, I'm still working on the written content. I'm still fucking plugging away very slowly. But it's also quite hard to do anything else when you're busy fucking 9 to 5 each day doing other shit. So
I just want to say I'm sorry for being a bit distracted. I keep looking over at the fucking image because it's still up on my screen. I'm just like, I should get rid of this image.
Matt, stop looking at the fucking picture.
That's what I'm gonna do now, pal.
But yeah, I mean it's been quite a chill week. It's not been the best of weeks. Been some personal issues going on, which haven't been ideal. But we're working through it, so fucking not between us, of course.
Yeah,
we're straight rolling.
Issues between us. See, we currently have £5 in our bank account for Watching Walford. Yeah, I'm gonna just leak out how much we have in the bank account. We have £5. You can fucking rob us. We don't care. It's £5. Yeah, and I basically said, Ash, where's my cut? And he turned around and went, didn't do any videos, pal. Fuck off.
I'll have £6. You have £1. I say that. I think it's actually £7.
Well, fuck, we've grown. I told my dad that, and he went, well, in 40 years, you'll have enough to buy a house.
Exactly.
Building slowly.
Yeah, like I said, it's not really. It was something that we were pushing for at the start of the year when I was trying to ride the wave out of Christmas. Suddenly, we had all this attention and appreciation, and then, through time, obviously, it died down because EastEnders. 2023 was straight fire, but also 2024 has probably been a bit more grounded than the previous year. Like, if 2023 was Chris Glenshaw, like, grabbing the year by the balls and saying, fucking, you will watch, motherfucker. Just squeezing on the old balls. This year's been a bit more like, all right, here you are. This is what you wanted. Keep having fun. But yeah, it's pretty good. Still kind of wild because there's 24 weeks left? No, not 24. There's 20. Oh god, maths. There is 27 weeks left, I would imagine. However many till we get to week 52. By the end of the year, there will be 104 episodes. So I think just at the end of December, we'll reach episode 100, which will be kind of absurd. And then we'll then just fuck off a wee hitting any milestones anytime soon. Like, oh yeah, it's just got to episode 1,000. Oh fucking, I'll have a fully grown beard at that point. Like, oh, I'll be a fucking mess.
It's obviously because I don't watch many podcasts. I find it hard to sit through. I do watch our podcast sometimes to see like is there any clips I can make out of TikToks. I still need to do the Pedro Pascal. Is it Pedro Pascal?
Yes.
I still need to do that clip where Ash completely fucking. It hasn't been out yet, I don't think. It might be out when this comes out.
Is it not the next Who Done It? Or is it just a normal video?
It was a normal video. It was I forget what it's just talking about. And basically Ash just confuses him for Pablo Escobar, and it's fucking funny. Because I'm sat there like
I confuse fucking Pedro Pascal for Pablo Picasso and fucking Pablo Escobar. One a famous painter and the other a fucking Colombian drug lord. Same thing, right? No, it did go out. It was in the Do Writers Cringe at their
it did.
Do Writers Cringe at their voice at the things. Fine. Yes, that went out the other day. Yeah, fucking, I don't even know, man. Like, who the fuck? Yeah, it's so weird. It's so strange because I don't fucking remember anything anymore. Like, we do so many hours of fucking podcasts in a week. I don't fucking remember anything that I say or you say in the slightest. I'm terrible at remembering stuff at this point in time.
It's so weird because I do have the memory, because people said I have a great memory. I do have a great memory when it comes to certain things. But, like, I do remember, like, standouts for our videos. There is some that I want to go back and find. Like me saying I hate Danny Dyer. That's a fucking classic clip that was uploaded on its own. There is some videos I do want to go find and talk about it. Like, I do want to upload my granddad got hit by a bulldozer clip, because I still think an anime.
Yeah, isn't that from the Love Island streams?
It might be from the Love Island streams, but I don't know which one. I'd have to.
I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
Yeah, I'll have to have a look after it, because I definitely want someone to make an animation out of that. So I just imagining, just me showing my dad, like, do you want to go to his graveyard and show him? Yeah. Here, granddad. Here's you getting absolutely trolleyed by a bulldozer. How the fuck are you? And so obviously I do remember certain clips, like, and stuff, highlights from like our stuff. Like, obviously I remember us talking about on the Whodunit that's coming out on Tuesday, like cartoony villains and fucking other stuff, like just talking random shit, basically, and clowns. We're talking about clowns.
Yeah, true. I will say I think the Whodunits we've done lately have all actually been straight fire. I think they've all been pretty good.
Obviously,
yeah, I don't know. It's very strange because I don't remember anything. Like, I don't even remember the jokes I make, and I'm quite a little bitch, so I'll like listen back to some of the jokes I made, because, you know, if they're actually funny, they're funny. Like, if I laugh at it once, I'll laugh at it again. I don't even remember the jokes to tell anymore.
And then you have me on. I just need to see how I sound. And then I think I sound like a sexy Irish man. But then in reality, I sound like a shouting farmer. And I'm like, come on, you black and tan. Come out and fight me, like, come on. To quote Alan Partridge's long lost brother, who I forgot the name of, in the show, that Steve Coogan also plays. I did find out that there's a potato vending machine somewhere in Ireland.
Sound.
I can send it to you if you want me to.
Send me the whole potato machine. I think I'll manage without that one.
You sure?
Yeah. Well, it's like how in the UK they obviously have like the milk machines. They're like pop-up milk machines. Great. The last time I went, a fucking man was there and he was actually working on the machine. Like, what the fuck kind of shit you doing over here? And then he tried to suss out whether I was 33 or 12. So, don't know. Are you a coffee man, or are you a hot chocolate man? And I went, hot chocolate, please. No, I went coffee. Coffee.
If that was me, you'd be fucking hot chocolate, please. Hot chocolate. Obviously, because I've been talking like in Louis Copland's stream, and we were talking about EastEnders, and fucking He was on about Ben Mitchell, and I couldn't. I remember the video so well. It's just talking about Charlie Jones, and I compared Charlie Jones as Ben Mitchell to Michael Jackson, and then you just gone, yep, maybe we should leave him in the past, but like I talked to Louis, and I was like, Louis, have you ever seen the clip of Charlie Jones as Ben Mitchell with fucking Lucas? What are you gonna do to me, Mr. Johnson? And I sent it to him, and for the next half an hour, he just started going, what are you gonna do to me, Mr. Johnson? In a high pitched voice, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's great when
it's getting over.
It's getting over. Like, someone put a great comment on the video I found where it was like Boris makes an announcement.
Yeah.
I would show
Boris during COVID times, etc., etc. All the jokes write themselves. Yeah. Oh yeah, and fuck the Tories. There we are. Independence Day happened. The Tories lost. Now I can't lie, it's not particularly very. Okay, not particularly very excited about the new government, but I'm also much more excited to not have the Tories fucking shit up for another fucking 4 years. Like, I'm alright. You know what? I'm good. So, yeah. Nah, fucking good shit. It's about time. The place I live fucking has been a Tory stronghold for like 20 odd years. And it's no longer a Tory stronghold. But I'm also not going to say which party it is, because ultimately fucking dox me like a motherfucker. It wouldn't take too much to fucking figure out. But yeah, like I said, we try to keep it not political here, although we do often joke about stupid fucking reactionist bollocks. Like fucking people hating on a geezer because he's done some gay porn. Like, fucking let him do what he wants to do. If he sucked that dick, I hope he sucked that dick well.
You know what's funny, right? Like, on the topic of that end, he has like a birthmark on his forehead, right? So if they did to prove it was sketch, they looked at the porn, they zoomed in on the forehead and went, and they got a photo sketch and went, bloody hell, these are the same people.
Yeah, to be fair, I could be caught out any hour with this little fucking mark on my head.
Like,
you know?
Like it's just so funny, like, you know, a streamer you like gets caught for paedophilia, and they're like, okay, we're not going to look at the evidence. Guy does
guilty till innocent till proven guilty. Guy does gay porn. Get him out! You're going to tell my kid's gay! It's like, oh, he's fucking not, is he?
Exactly. Oh, it was like, there's also like...
I'll have to watch it first. Jesus. Oh, well, dude. I started now, so I'll finish.
I just need to see how the content looks. Like, I can't show my kids without looking at it first. Like, it's like Charlie Lee. He's a gay TikToker. He posts all these like content, and he posted one where obviously he's a man. I don't know what the pronouns are, but he's biologically a man. He basically did a video where he's in his tidy whities, and it looked like he had a minge. And basically, I looked at the comments and I was like, "Don't show our kids, Charlie. There's kids on this app, Charlie, and you're showing our kids this agenda. You're showing them this queer content. How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you?" And someone went, "If your kids are watching this, surely it's your fault, not his fault, because they discovered his content and you unsupervised them." He basically
hold on. Logistically, are they like? Are they trans or something?
No, they're just gay.
Is it they're just gay? They're just
gay, and they posted a video where obviously
they doing the old mighty tuck job.
Yeah, and it looked like they had a massive muff, basically. And
I wasn't expecting either minge or muff to be used in fucking 2024.
And basically, he posted it being like, "Look at my camel toe," basically, and then a bunch of people went,
"Oh,
you're showing our kids, you're turning our kids gay." Like, the poor dude can't post anything, like, because obviously he wants to express that he's gay, and like, so he does some a bit out there content, I will say, like, he does like videos in his underwear, but I'm not gonna like disagree with that. Like, he's a hot man, like, I can't disagree with that. He would definitely fuck me up in a real fight. Let's be honest. He has fake nails. I've known how he could just poke my eye out, probably take my whole eye out. So like he posts content that's a bit out there that you wouldn't. What's the word? That's not normal, I guess, in a circumstance.
That's not normal.
I don't really know how to word it, and basically then you obviously
I fucking know. He's sounding like a fucking sort of post stuff that's not normal.
Brexit geezer, and basically
fucking baby Luigi. That's a reference.
And basically, so like he obviously posts content trying to get past his step. And I sometimes click on his account because I'm like, I need to see what people are saying about him. I don't know.
Need to see his penis? Blimey.
Yeah, it's massive. It's massive. It's huge. Huge cock, massive cock. Would suck it. And basically, he's just posting random content, and then people are like, "You're telling your kid's gay? How could you? How could you?" And it's so funny. It's so funny because I'm like, it's your fault.
It's
man.
just.
It's your fault. It's not his
it's
fault.
also, if they are gay, it's not that they've watched something that's turned them gay.
Exactly.
It's not like we're all watching fucking
Steven Universe.
I don't know, like I was gonna say something more like when people aren't watching RuPaul and being like, "I'm gay now." Like, it's not. You're gay. You're gay. All right. It's no fucking problem. It doesn't matter. Right, we all go through struggles with our sexuality. We all got to figure out who the fuck we are. It's not fucking the content you watch turning you gay. Might make you more open-minded, you know? It might actually make you not judge people based on fucking simplistic fucking things like their gender or sexuality. But like, I don't know. But I do understand why parents. Obviously, I'm not agreeing with them being like, "You're turning my kids gay," because fuck off. But like, the amount of content out there, and some could be really fucking harmful. That, like, how are you supposed to do it? Are you supposed to watch everything they're doing? Like, want them some privacy, right? But do you go for some like children locks? Do you not allow it? But obviously, some shit fucking slips through anyways. Like, as much as fuck me, already over the half hour. All right, I'll wrap this up. But,
no, I have one more story that I want to tell. It's all right.
But just to wrap up my thing, it's generally like I can understand why parents are terrified of their kids kind of like finding something and maybe it changing how they feel or think. I can get that, but I also look back to me where I was a kid who was kind of in between. Well, yeah, I had a laptop at like a reasonably young age, but like didn't actually use a phone till I was like 14, 15. I still had a laptop when I was like 10 to 12 or whatever. But like, there was a time before the internet was everything I did. And I kind of think that I don't know if that's just me just being like a little fucking, that's how I grew up. I don't think it's the best way, but like, probably saved me from seeing a bunch of dodgy shit when I was way too young to understand whatever the fuck it meant.
See, it's very weird because we come from two different sides of the spectrum, kind of, where like, obviously, like, in comparison, my dad always taught me love is love. People are born different. There's going to be people with different colours.
Hold on. That's not the angle. We come from two different generations. I'm all about peace and love. I'm not against any of those things.
No. Well, I'll get to what I'm trying to say.
It's just to make that fucking clear. We come from two different generations. You hate everyone. Like, no, it's different generations of like fucking technology, right?
Yeah. But what my dad basically did, he sat me down and he showed me some trans people and went, "Look, people are gonna be born different."
Showed me some gay porn, changed my life.
He showed me some gay TV shows, and he's like, "Son, this is life. You gotta get used to it. You gotta accept everyone for who they are. You gotta just respect people and let people know you love them." Like that's basically, because his granddad.
That's a fucking great way to do it.
My granddad also taught my granddad might be a bit different. I never really met him because when obviously he melted into sawdust. And when I was like 5, but from what I know, my dad told me is he would tell my dad, look, there's going to be people born different. You might not accept them, but just appreciate for who they are. But my nanny, on the other hand, when she had dementia, was a bit of a... She was, bit out there. Only one race, and that's the straight... That's straight pride. But obviously you can't disagree with a woman who's losing her marbles. Like, you can't fucking...
No, that's not worth it.
But, yeah, so it's weird, because my dad just went, love is love, life is life. Just treat everyone the same. Which is something I respect, which parents should do. But I understand why you don't want to do it. But, like, if you ease them into it and go, look, this is Timmy, he's gay. This is Sean, he's trans. Then you should be fine. If you're not, like, directly going, list the technique your father used to use on his best friend when he was 10 or when he was 15.
Like, it's one of those things where you want to get people used to it. You want to, because you will run into people who may not be the exact same as you. I mean, I'm a fucking walking anomaly. I'm an asexual autistic person from a fucking back alley farmer town who doesn't sound like a farmer. Like, you are going to meet different people, and it's a pretty fucking good way to do it. It's the best way to. It's like, it's why it's always. I can understand people not wanting their kids to pick up on some of this stuff, but I don't really understand why. Like, it's, I don't think you should. Not necessarily indoctrinate's probably a bit too strong a word, but I can see people being like, "Oh, you're indoctrinating my kid," and it's like, yeah, but if you not wanting to teach your kid about, like, being gay or being trans or stuff like this, aren't you then just imprinting your own fucking ideas about how being gay is wrong and that's an abomination? And then suddenly this kid grows up just thinking this is normal. Like, I don't think you should influence your kid on stuff that you don't agree with.
Yeah, obviously.
Like, your insecurities shouldn't play a part in you raising your kid.
Obviously, you shouldn't. Like, I'm not saying, like, you show them a fucking technique or anything. You should just show them, like, look, this is life. There's gonna be people born different to you.
This happens.
It's like the same with, like, black people. Like, this. You can't just be like, yeah, there's only one race. That's the white race, and it's like, no.
It's only one race, the human race. It's fucking.
I voted for a reform for a reason, lad. But, like, you have to show people that this is life.
I mean, it's like, obviously, once again, coming from a very kind of small farmer town. I think it's a story of what one of my brothers, for the first time, saw someone who wasn't white, and obviously being like 4 years old, they were just staring at him. So they just had never seen a person who wasn't white before. And like, it's not coming from a harmful place.
Yeah.
It's just coming from you don't know. So I think, fundamentally you should just. I mean, you should just treat a kid to treat everyone equally. That's the whole fucking point. We all want the same things. Like, we all want to do generally the same thing. Like, maybe my life looks different than, like, someone else's, because first, I don't want to get into a relationship and start a family. But, like, we're all just trying to get along and fucking exist and be happy whilst doing it. I don't understand why people feel the need to try and make their kid believe that being hateful is right.
I agree.
And I'll be running for the Nobel Peace Prize.
I do agree with that. I was also, like, just thought like, it's very weird. And also, being Catholic, it's a bit different. But he also supports abortion, right? He told me nobody should control a woman's body,
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure why fucking people thought that's suddenly a thing that you should take away. Like, not sure why people went. You know what? You know what really sucks? They're getting rid of babies. Like, well, are they a baby yet?
For a clump of cells.
Are they really?
Who could give a shit? Drop kick them down the stairs, they'll be fucking fine. That's my thought. Either you let women in control, but you can't control people. It's not the fucking 1930s. You're not going to get the world you want. And obviously with Trump's plan for 2025, like he wants to fucking basically bring it back to the 1950s. It's like a nuclear family runs.
I mean, necessarily. I'm pretty sure. I mean, obviously, I don't. I'm not gonna act like I know enough, but fucking, like, even him in that regard, even he wasn't super like, fuck abortions. I pretty sure he was just like, fuck them. Who cares? I don't fucking give a shit.
On the bread bin.
You're telling me Trump's not fucking had some of those in his life before? Fucking, he's on the record checking porn stars and shit. I don't know. It's a really backwards idea,
and
it's just absurd. Fuck you, America, for trying to turn in some weird, like, puritanical fucking society. Fuck off.
I just end this on a lighter note, a funnier note. You might see recently there's a girl who got pretty famous for saying Octua. I know she's basically appearing on all the podcasts and shit. And basically, I can put this my way. Basically, this one girl was interviewing her and went, would you suck the dick of this person? Would you Octua this person? And obviously Trump came up and she went, no, I would not Octua him. And then basically the whole media went, like the Trump supporters went, how dare you not suck his cock? How fucking dare you? He's Trump. He's Trump.
I get that her whole like 15 minutes of fame is because it was a video of her being like, oh, how'd you do something that'll blow your man wild? And you're just like, got a hot toot on that thing or some shit like that. Obviously now that's the question. Are you really asking, would you blow this man? Like, as a question, all I'm saying, bit of an out there one.
But obviously, like, it's just the way
I can't fucking lie to yous. Not really the way I'd. Yeah. Oh, how you doing? You know, what's your life like? Would you suck that fella's penis? Oh, great. Do you want to fucking ask me something else first? You know.
Like, obviously, like, it's funny because it's just a Trump sportsman. This is Joe Biden influencing our media. Fuck him. Fuck Joe Biden. It just, the Americans going for the wildest takes they can. Some of them could have been.
I mean, let's be honest. It's not even just America. I feel like, everybody's conditioned to need to have an opinion about literally everything all of the time. Can we just go back to saying fucking nothing, please? I say that on a podcast that we've done for 80 weeks. But I'm talking about the shit that I know.
I just find it funny, like, basically she was asked, would you blow this man? And Trump came up and she was like, nope. I'm like, yeah, that's right, girl, I would not fucking do that to Trump either. Unless I was paid $100 million in hush money, then I would. That's Trump for you. Either you do it or you're fucking silent. But yeah, also heard that Trump blamed Joe Biden for the war in Ukraine, and I went, can't really blame a man for that, can you? Can't really blame Joe Biden for that. What was he gonna do? Stand outside Ukraine and fucking like the man with the army tank, like, just stand there, you shall not pass. Fucking just him standing there by himself. He's also maybe retiring because he might have dementia. He might have early set dementia.
He definitely does.
Or
Let's be fucking real.
They're both the same.
Definitely has some degenerative brain disorder.
And I'm like, oh no. No, Biden, I need you to win against Trump, even if you die. I need you to be dragged out on that stage. Like, win this for me, Biden. Win.
If I was there, I wouldn't vote for either. I don't think either candidates are particularly good for the country.
Yeah, they're not. But...
If you're voting for Biden, you're voting for whoever the fuck his vice president is. Was Kamala Harris?
Yeah,
no idea who the fuck she is or what she stands for. Or you're voting for Trump. Like, at the end of the day, shit's fucked. Shit's fucked. But yeah, that's enough for that. What time are we at? Like 45 minutes equals end of chapter 1. Easy. Look at
45
that.
minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah, I just need a vague one anyways. I got it. All right. That was a weird little tangent, but we actually had a proper conversation in there, which sometimes doesn't happen. So, got to cherish it whilst it's here. Let's talk about the EastEnders. I'll reread the storylines as followed. Reiss hasn't been paying Debbie's fees. Ian is hiding something. Sookie and Priya become allies. Denzel is struggling in the aftermath of the steroid realization. And Stevie's birthday, Stevie's exit, and the evolution of this news crop, a Mitchell. So yes, those are all the topics we will be going through. But first, Reiss hasn't been paying Debbie's fees. This is a smaller one, so there's not really much to go on here. Reiss is 3 months behind of Debbie's care home fees. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake, Reiss. Just stop, man. Just fucking... Can you stop it? I've had enough of Reiss being shit with money. He's an accountant. How shit a job is he doing that he's dirt poor? Obviously IVF expensive. Debbie's like fucking hospital fees expensive. But fuck. Zach tells him a man's got to do what a man's got to do. At least you got a roof over his head. And then we then learn Reiss has offered one of fucking Sonia's spare rooms to get some extra cash. For fuck's sake.
Based.
Reiss then explains slightly the money's gone and Debbie's fees are late, but then instead of once again choosing the fucking life where you tell the truth, he says, it's only a few weeks, it'll be fine. It's like, Reiss, please tell the fucking truth. Sonia, we can't afford IVF. We've used all the fucking money. I'm sorry. Fuck, stop it. I've had enough. Like, we're fucking... How many times have we been in this cycle now? Where it's like, no, well, Sonia, I'm dirt poor. I can't afford it. I paid for it. I still can't afford it. I'm like... When will we get some fucking positive results out of this? Either Reiss fucks off, or we just shut the fuck up about them having problems. Because I can't be bothered anymore. Sharon asks Reiss if he wants some extra work. He accepts. Then later on, Sonia asks Reiss to not keep her in the dark anymore. And then he spots Sonia trying to get a loan and he gets upset. And then he's like, yeah, well, I've still got money. We don't know. Yeah, I've still got money. I'll sort it. Fuck it. So he then scams Sharon. He says he chases up all these invoices at the gym. And he says, all right, everybody pays Sharon most of it, but all of the interest goes to Reiss Caldwell, me. And then we later learn that Reiss has scammed Sharon out of $7,000. Like, it's just, I've had enough of it. Fucking fuck's sake. Is he supposed to be good? Is he supposed to be bad? I don't fucking know. What's your current read on Reiss?
My current read on Reiss is I don't fucking know how to feel about him. He's scamming people. I directly went to the toilet to miss these scenes because I'm not watching. I'm not watching them. You know, oh, Sonia, I'm sorry, Sonia. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fuck off, you twat. Still love you, but still.
I love you, legend. Fuck off.
He's the type of person who's like, I fucking hate people who stick around too long and take up all the spotlight on other people's time on the show. He's that person who is sticking around, taking up all the time, and is like, Barney could get a subplot where he dates someone. Like Barney. Like, do I need to show the photo of Ash again? Do I need to show that? Barney, like, deserves a storyline. And fucking no, you get Reiss Trollwell being like, oh, well, actually, I'm sorry, Sonia. Fuck
off. Did you just call him a Trollwell?
Trollwell, yeah.
He's calling him a troll. Yeah, I'm just. Can we get past this now? We've had enough. We've done this story for too long. Either get Sonia pregnant, I know that you want to show the trials and tribulations, but like, you're only on so much like goodwill. No one fucking likes Sonia. No one likes Reiss. Like, I like Sonia, not because of what she's doing now, just because of her impact on the show. And I used to enjoy Reiss before he'd hang around too long. So, like, remember that your audience doesn't fucking care about this story. Stop taking the piss with it, please. And I think we're mostly positive about this stuff, but like I'm just fed up of seeing it. It feels like it's months have gone by where it's like, oh, Reiss is still a dick, and Sonia doesn't know. Oh, Sonia knows that you've been stealing Debbie's money. Ah, she wants the money anyways. Who cares? Ah, you're still having money problems. Ah, fuck it. Who cares? Like, guys, please. But like now he's tried to scam Kat and he's scamming Sharon. Like, it feels like it can't go on too long. Nobody fucks with Sharon.
Except for Teddy and Phil and Grant and Keanu.
I mean,
and Dennis Rickman.
All right.
And Denny.
Unless you're her family.
Exactly.
But Reiss ain't no one.
Reiss is Reiss. Reiss is love. Reiss is life. Side note: I forgot that eventually Shrek 5 got announced, and I've just been reminded of Shrek 5 because of Reiss. Thanks, Reiss.
I don't even care.
It's coming out July 1st, I believe, 2026. So we get Toy Story 5, Mario Movie 2, and Shrek 5 in the same year.
Nah, I'm gonna be all grumpy about it.
Fucking ruining Shrek. Fucking ruining, making them too warm.
Well, no, I'm just not gonna watch it, am I?
I'll bring it.
You know how I work.
I'll bring it to the cinema to watch it. I'll pay for your ticket and everything.
Mate, I can go to a cinema. I just don't fucking. Why do I need Shrek 5?
Because he's Shrek.
I watched Shrek 1 and 2 growing up so many times. I don't need Shrek anymore.
But
I'm a 23-year-old man.
Shrek is love. Shrek is life.
I don't need Shrek.
You're a Shreker. You're a Shreker. Shreker.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm trying to say Shrek hater, but mix the two words together, but I can't.
Like, you know, I was one when Shrek came out. We had both Shrek movies on video, and we just keep rewinding it and playing it. But yeah, I don't need Shrek, whatever the fuck Shrek it is.
Shrek 5, not Shrek Forever After. That was an alright movie. Better than 3.
Yeah, fuck them.
You excited for Toy Story 5?
It'll be... No, I've not even watched Toy Story 4.
Toy Story 4 is big. Watch it.
I once drew lots of her from Toy Story 3. Then everybody said I should add colour to it, and I went, fucking shouldn't. This will look shit with colour on it. And they went, do it. I'm like, well... And then it did look shit with colour on it, didn't it? Because colouring's hard. Oh, you're gonna sneeze. I thought you just like fucking been hit with a wave of like fucking sleep. You're like, oh fuck.
No.
Fucking.
Thankfully, no one's seen me sneeze. It was only on you, so I'm fine.
Sound. What? Dear Watching Walford, why are the cameras horny for Ash? I don't know. I don't control the cameras.
Well, wait, if he's talking for the majority running through the episode, lads, I can't have it just on me sat in the corner like, fiddling with me balls, I guess. I don't fucking know.
That comment doesn't exist, by the way. No one cares. That was a fictional comment.
But he's the talent. I have to give he demands 90% of screen time.
Exactly.
I get 10%. That's good enough for me.
That's 10% of the cut as well, some would say.
He gets 90%, I get 10%, sadly. I go, Ash, are you going to give me more money this week? I think I improved on the videos. Well, you know, I just had to buy a new Freddo.
See, you're just an intern. You're just an intern there, mate. You're just an intern. Maybe next year there'll be a job opening. But all right, that's enough of the Sonia and Reiss stuff. I like to think I'm quite open about some of the storylines that I might not care about. I am fed up of Sonia and Reiss and this constant fucking balayage of shit. That word doesn't even make sense. That's a hair term. Look at me go. Fucking beautiful stuff. What? Just like a balayage. Ian is hiding something. Ian keeps having shady phone calls to a mystery person and wonders if they're doing anything for their birthday. Anna wants to hold a surprise party for Bobby, and since she had a bad interaction with Ian, she just went, "Oh, you don't want to do anything." Ian goes, "Nah, you fucking hate surprises like me." And then she goes, "Hey, Peter, we want to do something for Bobby's birthday." Well, he did say fuck off. He did say, "Nah, I don't want anything, thanks." He's not playing that coy thing where it's like, "I don't want any surprises." It's like, "I don't want any surprises, please." Please don't do it. Freddie and Anna try to figure out what to do for his birthday, and he feels upset knowing that not all of his family are here. For his birthday, I then thought, there was two ways to read into this. Is him saying not everyone here is just him feeling guilt over Lucy? Or are we teasing his real mum? Obviously not his real mum. His mum, Jane Beale. Are we teasing it? Are we doing it?
Or are we doing the impossible of the impossible? Is she coming back from the dead? Will Metallica's One be playing? Will Hell Bells be playing? Will church bells be ringing? Is Lucy Beale returning? No. Is Jane Beale returning? I'll switch to the two of us so you can see me now. Jane Beale hopefully is returning. Jane Beale is hopefully returning. I
want it to fucking... I would like them to have Jane come back, but I'm slightly worried it will just be about... It will only be about fucking Lucy. Which is fine. It's fine, but that's why I don't want to get all fucking hyped up beforehand.
Like, who do you think the mystery woman is?
Jane. Jane. Probably. Feels likely, but it could just be us fucking making shit up. But I mean, if you aren't going to do a full-blown Jane return, I do think there is enough drama just to have Jane involved in Bobby leaving, and then you can still have her look at Ian like, "What the fuck are you doing, mate? Like, why are you with her? She doesn't even like you. She's always looking at someone else." I feel like you can solve that conflict whilst having a little bit of a Jane return. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to get my hopes up yet.
Could be Lucy. Let's be honest. Could be Lucy.
Very unlikely.
Look, mate. Stranger things have happened. Fucking imagine. Imagine the discourse.
Dear Chris, we need numbers for who done it. Bring back Lucy, please. Please, Chris. Chris, I wrote, but you still ain't calling.
I left my phone, my pager, and my email at the bottom. Please call me back.
Chris, call us back.
Your biggest fan.
I say that. Walford. People have been fucking with who done it lately, so.
But they enjoy it.
Oh, I don't know. It's doing better than it usually does.
Fair enough. And you can watch Who Done It early if you subscribe to the memberships.
Exactly. But yeah. What the fuck else? Peter starts asking Bobby about his birthday. Bobby makes it fully fucking clear. Fuck off. Just fuck off. He doesn't want to do anything for his birthday. Bobby explains he doesn't want to celebrate because this is the first year that Lucy never got to, the life that he took away, which, fair enough. A reasonable fucking reason. Like, people may not appreciate Bobby being the killer, but like, it is interesting to see how they treat the new version of Bobby, where he is genuinely and has always been fucking mortified at his actions. I think it's a really interesting way to do it. and I like it. I am sad for when he leaves, but I'm also not surprised. Ian gets a mysterious text message saying, "Do you want to meet tomorrow?" Cindy and Peter learn that Ian is lying about something, but he weasels out and actually is going to rejoin the council. Peter and Cindy are still annoyed that they're being cagey, but after a talk with Anna, Cindy likes the idea of being Councillor Beale. Or, the Councillor Beale's missus, I guess. I don't know. She's on board. And then Ian mentions he's going to Manchester for a networking meeting. And then he's like, you can't come though. Fuck off, Cindy. Yeah, it's boys only. It's boys only club, Cindy. No girls allowed.
No Cindy's allowed.
No Cindy's allowed. But when alone with Peter, Peter goes, "I know it's a fucking sham." And then he does the old EastEnders classic. Right, if I'll tell you, you're not gonna like it. So, what is it? Love to say it's Jane. Probably will be let down. Can't lie to you, mate.
Has to be Jane.
And it.
Chris Clencher, I will write to you if it's not Jane. I will write an angry email saying I will ruffle your hair.
We gotta stop watching and then watch the next week. Still do the podcast.
Me and my friend Mark, we're gonna stop watching. But we'll watch next week. And the following week. And the following week. And the following week.
And we'll cover it in excruciating detail.
Exactly.
Suki and Priya become allies. This is a fucking tiny one. Suki questions why Priya isn't trying harder to make up with the family. She follows Suki's advice to see him at the hospital, wants to make amends. She explains how she wants to secure their future. He feels ruined because that night he was only there to get help. She lets it slip that he may be on further dialysis, and Suki supports Priya through this and claims any enemy in Nish is no enemy of mine. Enemy.
M&M's.
Just don't you fucking dare.
Don't
you fucking bring up M&M's around me ever again. Denzel struggling in the aftermath of the steroid realization. Avani sends him a threatening message saying he'll get rinsed. He is then like, "Oh, Dad, I'm feeling ill. Oh, me arm hurts. Oh, fucking hell." He tries to apologize to Amy, but she stands her ground. Avani then pushes Denzel around, asking why he thinks it was okay to prance around in the gym while Nugget nearly died. And he went, "Fuck this. Day's over. I'm going back home." And he lies to Howie, says, "Oh, I'm just going back in soon, Dad." And then heads back to the gym. Tries to pick up a weight, but drops it and clutches his arm in pain. And Howie feels quite comfortable knowing Denzel has fronted it out, but Amy, basically Amy by a look tells him, yeah, he's not fucking done it, has he? He's bunked off. Denzel has gone to Nugget, who tells him how dangerous the pills have been and how badly it's affected him. He apologizes to Nugget and says he's not on them anymore. But everybody who learns about this has been reading up and goes, yeah, you probably shouldn't just go off them cold turkey. Like, you do have to wean yourself off of it. But he's like, "Oh, what? So I have to stay on them?" It's like, yes. Denzel acts like he's been in school and how he's upset at how he bottled it. And then he is a knob to Amy again, and she finally stands up for herself. She reminds him how awful she felt due to her scars. It was the pills he'd been taking. It's it's very satisfying to see her finally actually give Denzel some shit for how horrifically he's treated her. Like I said, I kind of joked about it. I don't think the thread like kind of came out to too much. I think it very, very quickly got shut down. But there was the subsection of people where it's just like, why is she fucking... Why? She's just too bloody precious. Fuck that bitch. It's like, guys, come on, man. Come on.
It's this. the thing, because people only like hearing what they want to hear. It's like what you said earlier. People who live in glass houses who throw stones, some shit like that.
Shouldn't throw stones.
Shouldn't throw stones. It's the kind of thing where we live in a weird world where people don't like seeing men get humiliated, or I don't know if this is the wrong approach.
Emasculated.
Yeah. Like people who know me, fucking you tell me I'm a bad boy, I'll be like, yeah, yes, mommy. You say, get on your knees. I'll be like, okay. But I'm not obviously. I'm like, I don't care. Like, but like, obviously, it's the kind of thing where people like go, no, a man should stand up against a woman. A man should fight against a woman. And it's like, Jesus Christ, calm down, Derek. Jesus, not that serious. No, you don't understand. I was like, Jesus Christ, you could. Jeez, it's only a soap, and it's like, no, this is reality. This is what the women could do to us. And it's like, no one's doing it for you. And that's where you kind of run into things, because any like slight bit of criticism where a woman does stand up to a man for like a scene in a soap, they fucking run with that and go, that's the reason why men are emasculate. This is the reason why women are controlling the media and shit like that. Because you do see it, and it's fucking stupid. It's like, If this was real life, right, and you had intercourse for the first time, but you couldn't get it up, your Johnny did not want to go fight in the war. He did not want to go onto the beaches and fight. He wanted to just sit down and relax. And then the woman or man you're sleeping with has scars on them. And you lie and go, but yeah, it's your scars that I couldn't get it up.
And then she believes, like, yeah, is it because of my scars? And he just fucking blanks her. Because he's too embarrassed to actually, like, know how fucked up that is.
And obviously, like, because people don't realize that is pretty fucked up. Like,
that's really fucked.
And obviously, she stands up for herself. Because if it's reality, she would stand up for herself and be like, yeah, oh wait, hold on, he's frozen, he's back. Obviously, she'd stand up for herself. Yeah. But like, people just don't want to look at that bit because it hurts their fragile ego. But I'm like, who gives a shit? It's supposed to be based in reality. Now, she kicked him in the bollocks and told him, get on your knees and fucking pray to me. I can understand.
I mean, people are fucking self-conscious about fucking stretch marks. Never mind self-harm scars.
Exactly.
Like, it'd be like if when Tamwa showed Nancy his burned scars. She went, "Eh, look at the man with the burn scar." Like, obviously, you don't fucking do that, do you? Like, that's incredibly fucked up. It's a very intimate thing to show. You know, no one's proud about doing it. But if you have the scars, you have the scars. You can't fucking.
There's a scar for you, lads. I don't know if that's clear enough.
Yeah.
Bit bent like me, sorry.
But like, it's so unbelievably fucking like wild. But yeah, this thread had 44 comments. Amy's ego. Amy seems to just have more annoying elements of both. Talking about the parents.
Send it to me and I upload it.
No, I don't want to make it a huge bit. I know that we already have, but you know, it's just some of the highlights, I guess. And I will obviously say this isn't a thread entirely out of just people just crying. Like, obviously, this is a lot of people are like, no, this is fucking reasonable. Like, a lot of people are genuinely on that side, and it's very nice to see. But there's just a couple people, kind of like the Britney thing, where it's like, I fucking hate Britney, little bitch. It's like, well, what's she done? She looked after her mum. Fucking bitch. She ruined her happiness. It's like, well, she didn't really do that though, did she? Amy just seemed to just have the annoying elements of both. Still not a fan, and a little chat where she grilled Denzel was way too much. He is potentially unwell himself and hounded out of school. She may not break the rules or bully, but there is that sanctimonious goody two-shoes side that she was simply way too precious today. A lot of fans of hers on here, but I couldn't keep my thoughts silent again this time. And just people being like, "Oh, she's always a fucking bitch. Doesn't even smile, does she?" Obviously, most people going, "Yeah, teenage girl stands up for herself after being treated like shit, and it's ego." All right, home slice. Gotta hit him with a home slice.
It's moronic. It's moronic. You have to like, you can't show one side of the spectrum and not show the other side of the spectrum. That's just not how the world works. Like if we had a racist angle on the show where two people beat up a man who's Indian and basically go, we don't want you here, you're taking our jobs. Are you just going to show the perspective of the racist people beating him up, or are you going to actually show the aftermath of the Indian person who got better up, who has to be in hospital and actually, has to be fed, watered and everything because he's in a hospital bed and he can't do anything? Because that's not how the world works. You don't show one, like obviously you will never see the other perspective because you're only viewing it through your eyes. But again, it's like if someone gets beaten up, are you on a show? Are you going to show the person being beaten up's perspective or just the person who does the beating up perspective? You can't just show one. You have to show both and teach people this is how the world works. You can't have your cake and eat it. You have to show both sides. And if that pisses you off, fuck you. Because then you live in a fucking tiny little hut where you only want to see what you can see. And that's it. And I don't like comments like that where it's like, Amy shouldn't stand up for herself. She should. If you have mental health issues...
He mocked her self-harm scars. Pretty... Like, he didn't specifically say it. But you go to do this intimate thing only two people, or sometimes more, could share, for the first time, been in this long-term committed relationship. Okay, I think it's time. I'm finally ready. Kind of showing your body, showing, like, everything about yourself. Opening up a very vulnerable side. And instead of letting her kind of go, yeah, okay, like, and she didn't make him feel bad about it. She tried to make excuses, try and make him feel better, like, oh, it's not your fault, oh, you've been drinking. They tried to like pave over it, tried to make it easier on him. But when it was his turn to do the same, he fucking went, I'm just gonna not say anything about it and hope that you understand why. Like, yeah, it's one of those things. It's one of the things I really get annoyed at. I was talking to one of my best mates, and I think we were having a big conversation about women on the internet and just women against like men in this sense. And I generally like to believe that, it's not all that bad. And then kind of gave me a bunch of examples like, oh, imagine if, like, the football hooliganism. Imagine if a bunch of women are, like, going down the street like, hey, come on, England. And they're being really loud and obnoxious like a bunch of men are. Are these women actually going to be allowed to do it or just get told to shut the fuck up and sit down? And, like, there's a bunch of these different instances where you see some double standards from a bunch of men. And, like, specifically a lot of this, like, anger, hate, like, geared towards teenage women, like geared towards girls. Like anything that's popular as a girl is fucking shit and it's terrible. It should be hated. Look at how stupid these are. Like, it doesn't sit right with me.
How can I say this in the most polite way possible? Obviously, people who know me, I like a bit of the adult media. So obviously my taste is trans women. So sometimes I read the comments, a landscape of what I'm going to be watching, if that makes sense, because there's a comment section. So you see men going, "Oh, you're a lovely woman. Be proud of yourself." And then I'm like, "Oh, that's a beautiful comment. That gets me pumped." And then I scroll down, "You're a man. You're a fucking man." I'm like, "You're watching porn. If your own thing for watching porn is you're a man, why are you watching? Why are you watching?" I know that's very out there. Like, I know people don't like that. That's a bit taboo. But I needed to bring it up because it's so fun.
It's incredibly out there. Fair play, mate. People wouldn't really express that openly.
Because it's so funny to me. Because I'd be like getting ready to be in the atmosphere, Get on your fucking knees and suck my cock. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, man, yeah. But like, I there was one video where obviously I was watching a post-op woman. and obviously there was people going, "You've a lovely downstairs, you've a lovely," because obviously you don't really see that side to a trans woman. Then there was a man going, "That's just a wound. You'll never be a woman. Fuck off." And I'm like,
Fucking hell. People are relentless, man.
I understand if you're commenting on a photo. A photo is different.
but you've specifically found the porn.
Exactly.
You're like, I already started though. Fuck it. Like, come on. The double standards are absurd. That's a hell of a way to fucking go. But credit to you, mate, for actually being fucking willing to publicly say that.
Because it's not funny, but it's funny because you like. I know it's weird to like read comments because I do think
it's just relentless.
I know it's weird to leave comments on a porn video because it's like you sucked his cock right. What
do you mean? All they have to do, tight dick player, easy, but nails it every time.
But like to go on an actual like porn star's video basically and be like, "You're ugly. No one likes you. You didn't suck that cock well." It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You clicked on it to watch it. Obviously, you're just not happy with who's in it. Fucking winds me up. Because I do see it on the internet as well, where like a woman would post her body, and then people were like, "You're only doing this to get views." Yeah, people, you don't realize. Sad incels like me fucking love women who post their bodies. You're like, holy shit, you're beautiful. Obviously, there's people who take it to a bit of an extreme level, but we won't talk about them.
Did you just call yourself an incel?
No comment.
Probably not the one to. I wouldn't link myself with incels personally.
No, but I'm probably in the same category.
I'd say just call yourself a simp. How about that?
Yeah, all right, simp.
Package it slightly differently because incel has terrible implications.
But like obviously, yeah. So I go look at a few photos, and then there'll be people going, "Why are you promoting your body? You're only doing it for views." You don't realize though. You don't fucking realize that these women make millions. Like there's I think there's just a cross dresser called Finstar. I don't. You've definitely heard of Finstar. He's like
I think they came out as trans.
No, I think they came out as trans, but then went, yeah, trans was not for me. They're in the middle, from what I understand. They're not male, they're not female.
Yeah, I swear they made a really big like, yo, I'm trans, I'm on meds.
Yeah, and basically,
but maybe they changed it. Sure, fair enough. You're allowed to.
And basically, like, you don't understand how much he makes. Like the amount of people who be like, "Oh, that's fucking that's disgusting." Okay, £5. Yeah, that's all it is for it. Okay, just maybe I'll buy the subscription for the month. £5, here I go. But like, it's just so weird, like how people view.
They describe themselves as gender fluid.
Gender fluid. There we go. It is,
but they also don't have their pronouns anywhere. So
it is very weird to see like the media of everything because it's so funny because it's like you don't know how much these OnlyFans people will pay. Like you don't understand how much people will pay for porn. Like I know it's so taboo to say, but you generally don't know. If you like the creator and you actually like the creator, you want to see more, you'd pay not top dollar. I wouldn't pay £50 for it. Maybe 10 or 20. Maybe that's it. If the video's long, I don't want a 10-second clip and it's like, here's my pussy, £20 there, please, 10 seconds. But like, you know what I mean? If the clip's long and everything, you're getting your money's well worth. I just don't understand the online outrage. It's like one of the people, like we're not going to name him, one of your friends, wasn't he like very anti with the Twitch policies about the women that were allowed to show a bit more tight skin and then.
I don't know why I'm going to tell this story, but you've said a bunch of outlandish shit, so whatever I say is just going to fucking
sound a little
they're going to go under the radar. There was one instance where I was sharing nudes with someone, and they were uncomfortable with showing the old vagine. And then I'd built them up like, oh, it's gonna be great. It'd be it's fucking great. But then the most embarrassing part is when this happened. erection gone. It's fucking just not happening. Sorry. See ya. I'm off. I'm on a fucking holiday vacation. So I felt fucking awful because I was like, yeah, come on, let's do it. Be great, be great. Erection's gone. Oh, fucking. Like, oh, it's fucking. Yeah, that's that. But obviously, I didn't go fucking gross ass bitch, anyways. Yeah. I didn't do the Denzel approach. I just went, yeah, wow, that's really embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. It's not anything to do with you. That's all to do with me. Doesn't ever make it better. It's still fucking awful.
Like, so like, it is weird to see the outrage with people. Like, obviously, obviously, people who know me, there's a trans creator that I loved for years called Miles McKenzie. I believe his name is Miles McKenzie. I've talked about him before. He's a beautiful trans man. He's beautiful. When I say beautiful, he is beautiful. And basically, he was in Goosebumps, the reboot for Disney. So I went, I'm just gonna read some reviews on like his fucking like on the show, and then it's like there's a woman who's confused about being a man on the show, and I just don't like that. I just don't like that in particular, and I'm like, fuck off. Can you not just accept people for who they are? Put your bigotism aside for 1 minute and just go like
bigotry.
Like, just to the...
I don't even know. I may just made that up. Maybe leading you down a fucking...
Like, can you not...
I'm pretty sure bigotry is just thing, yeah.
Can you not like, just put it to a side and be like, okay, I don't agree with what the actor is, but they are great. No. You get all these fucking people in. Actually, you're a woman. And I'm like, can we not just stop? Can we just stop everything? Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense to be, like, divided and being like, you're an ugly woman. Why do you have OnlyFans? You're ugly. You'll never be beautiful. You'll suck. Or like a woman stands up for herself. It's like, you're stupid. You shouldn't be streaming. Like, obviously there is streamers out there who fucking that jockey milk. There is obviously streamers out there who take like to the extreme. Like, you've seen the Twitch streamers that sit in like a plastic chair and the camera's up their arse, basically, which is so funny to me. It's so funny. But like, it's be positive.
Fuck with it anyways. Fucking.
It is funny,
mate.
That's always funny to me.
Well, we're all just trying to fucking ascend, alright? If they're making the money, let them make the fucking money. Who cares? Fuck them.
Exactly.
They're living their best life.
Exactly. I don't understand why people need to be so have their own opinion.
I describe it as very I'd say it's like gatekeeping, really. It's like you must stick in this very restricted view of who we think you are. Yeah, but that's not who I am, though. Yeah, but I don't like it, so it has changed. Like, well, you're not making you're not living my life. Like, I've done this for a reason. I believe it's something I should do. Why the fuck are you supposed to tell me like otherwise?
People are going to be born different, and yes, we're all not going to have the same views. I might think that I like Cheerios with lettuce on it. Ash might think he likes Cheerios with just milk. Like, we're obviously going to think differently on that.
Bang a choice, by the way. Absolute fucking... it is the right option. But yeah, just stop confining people to the shit things that you confine them to.
Yeah.
Like, if they want to do this, let them fucking do it. Who cares? It's not your fucking life. They can do what they want. Your insecurities shouldn't define what other people do. Anyways, this has been a fucking long-ass segment.
I do just like... There is obviously someone I follow on Instagram. I don't mind, but I only mainly follow him because he was friends with people who know me. I used to run a podcast with a guy called Fergal and Fergs. And basically, so he was basically a friend of a friend. But he just posts like fucking, yeah. Do you know, this might dive down the deep rabbit hole. Do you know, like, these fucking people who like go, it's obviously they post these memes where it's Chris Benoit, not going to tell you what he done. And it's like, when your daughter comes out as like gay and your son identifies as a fucking cat furry. I keep seeing all these fucking videos where it's shit like that, and I'm like, dude, what is your agenda? And then it's like, a woman going, I think there's like 76 genders, and then he posts something like, please bring back bullying. These people need to learn. And I'm like, oh Jesus Christ! you can have your opinion. He also thinks like Trump was set up. I believe he thinks that Trump was set up by the media in court, which is out there. But like, I'm just like, dude, I don't care. I don't care. I know it's your page. You can post what you want. But I just hate seeing those fucking clips where it's just Benoit walking to the ring. And it's like when your daughter identifies as a cat and your son thinks he's a fucking furry, and he has pronouns of CC, they, do. And it's like, oh Jesus Christ, shut up. You don't want to be a part of the agenda. I get it, but you're not being a part of the agenda. You're not cool. You're a fucking loser.
I mean, I'm fed up of all of the culture war nonsense.
Exactly.
Where everybody has to play the old hot take fucking. We all have to play like the fucking hot take like gacha. We're all getting our own little hot takes about whatever the fuck we care about. Like, can we all just go back to only? Can we just go back to? We don't need to have an opinion on literally everything all of the time.
It's like it's like there's this.
We're all shouting into a void.
It's like this.
It doesn't matter.
It's like this Twitter/X program that came out where they're like, we're gonna be the new Family Guy, the new South Park. We're gonna be this. We're anti-woke. And basically, it was about this old man who's like, beer's gone woke. His childs are gone woke. One of his children wears a mask. Oh, it's like, yeah, you're 4 years too fucking late, man. Fuck off. And it's just like, yeah, modern society sucks. Back in my day, things ruled. Aren't I cool, man? And it's, no, you're not. You're a fucking loser who's animating this, pretending you're cool. And what's funny, it was more making fun of the left in America. You know, the more people who are more politically correct, basically. But even the people on the right side went, your program's just very shit, mate. No humour. It's fucking dry. So both of the fucking outraged people went, your fucking show sucks. Grow up. And I'm like, you can never get the right and left to like, sit down in a room and debate. But like a minute a shit TV show comes out claiming to be like the right, they're like, actually, I agree with the left on this one. You're fucking shit. Which I found funny.
But yeah,
I think that's the end of the show.
I'm gonna have to put about 73 different chapters in this fucking video. When do we stop talking about this?
1:27:42. So yeah,
Woman internet. There we are. Yeah, I mean, fuck it. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell us in the comment section if you're still watching. Which I wouldn't be surprised if people don't. But that's some very honest stories. Probably stuff you don't really want committed to the internet. But who the fuck cares?
I mean,
we don't have any enemies right now.
I do. I probably have a lot of enemies. I got in trouble because I said all wrestlers are wankers. Like I went, well, actually, this wrestler didn't abuse his wife. This wrestler didn't do that, and I'm like, yeah, but you missed the entire point. Well, actually, you're wrong. Shut up, and I was blocked. I was like, fair enough.
But yeah, back to the EastEnders. Howie asks Denzel if he's lying about the pills again, and he storms off. He then sits down with Yolanda and Amy, and they advise him to slowly wean yourself off the steroids. He accepts that he messed up, but quickly storms out once again, leaving Amy unsurprised. Then the CPS of Levi returns, and the CPS have found that Delia's report, and now Pastor Clayton is being charged with 2 counts of sexual assault. The family are ecstatic to know that justice may finally be found. Denzel, though, crashes this by fucking making it all about himself and just goes like, why are you all fucking talking about me? It's like, we're not talking about you. Yeah, you are. It's like, all right, Denzel, you little bastard. But in the end, Yolanda goes to talk with Denzel at the gym, and she explains that Pastor Clayton sexually assaulted her. He wants to lash out, but this also reminds Denzel that he doesn't need to face this all by himself. You have to talk to someone, and that you don't have to make these mistakes. We are here for you. And then finally, I think in Thursday's episode, Denzel starts to take things seriously and wants to make things right. He sorts it out with Tommy and is open about his struggles. So, yeah, as much as Denzel has been a fucking little shit for the last 3 months. Now he is seemingly taking it seriously, now knowing that there are bigger problems than what's happening to him. But yeah, anything to add to Denzel?
No, I think we spoke enough about Denzel with our whole internet culture war thingy, Fanaski. But I love you, man. Love you, Denzel. You're coming back to reality. Thanks. It's not back to reality. Up there goes gravity. So he's back to reality. I'm sad I didn't get big bulldozer Denzel. I know you don't want to put him in a ripped suit, but still, I would have had him be like I don't know if you've not seen that one Family Guy joke, but have you ever seen the Family Guy joke where Stewie gets a pig, and the fucking pig's like on steroids? So he's standing on all fours, but like his arms are super jacked. He's super muscly. Is the pig? That's what I want. I wanted Denzel to be like that, where he's just on the juice and he's ripped to pieces. But obviously, I understand you don't want to do that to a 16-year-old. But you could put a suit on him and do it, but still, I guess you just don't want him overheating.
I mean, also, like, it's also not really anything you can say. You can't really decide, oh, yeah, you need your hair we need you to get buff. It's like, yeah, but I'm happy with how I am. Well, storyline permits, you need to get buff. Lose the weight. Or put some, like, start eating. Like, yeah, it's not really something you can really do. It's like how she had a bunch of problems because back in the day, I'm sure she had problems with her weight, and they were kind of like, nah, Sharon, you need to stay the same size. And it's like, yeah, I'm trying to be healthy. Yeah, but you need to keep your look, Sharon. It could be made up, but I swear that was a thing somewhere. But all right, let's finally talk about it. Let's finally talk about Stevie's birthday and the evolution of the Mitchells. And as is always, this is the main one, so this is about 2 pages of notes, purely dedicated to it. So let's run through it. It's Stevie's birthday, and Billy is none the wiser. He realizes that it's time to take care of his dad. The family work together to give Stevie his best birthday, and apparently it's Billy's mum's birthday as well, who Stevie buys a card for. Phil keeps rattling off insults at Stevie, and Ted asks why he's keeping secrets about when he and his mum got together. Billy and Ted work round helping set up the party. Will gets shafted by the cake shop, and he hasn't been able to secure the party stuff. Billy wonders why Phil and Stevie can't get on, and this while Phil demands Richie to start digging on dirt about Stevie. Billy tries to get Phil on side to have one drink at Stevie's party, but Phil is not budging. This while Ted shows up with some Southend rock and bags of candy floss as they surprise Stevie. It's lovely and wholesome. The candy floss and Southend rock is when Billy and Charlie were kids. Stevie and Val took them to Southend on the beach, and they had like sticks of rock and candy floss, and they threw up everywhere. That's a nice little story about that.
Any stories you have on that? You have?
I mean, I do, but I never really like. We'd always just get it in the aftermath, like 'cause we were never the holiday goers personally. So we would always just like Nan would always have a shit ton, so we'd just be like, fuck it, go on then, nom. But then like always going to the beach, we did it a couple of times. That when, like I said, most of us are probably autistic, so fuck sand, fuck sand. All in all, fucking hate sand. And I remember one time I was just car sick as well, so I remember trying to play Lego Star Wars, like the trilogy on the Game Boy in the back, trying not to throw up. Fucking always threw up, didn't I? Great times. This like wholesome stuff with Stevie looking genuinely quite happy that his family's made the effort. This is Phil finds out some dirt from Richie. He makes it all the way to the pub as Billy starts to prepare his speech. He says he's glad now that his family's on the up. Billy toasts to Stevie and Val and to family. Phil asks to have a word and threatens to tell them. This brings them back to Billy. He asks if he knows where his mum is. And Stevie then has to sit him down and explain, Billy, your mum died. And Billy is right back to being like a little boy, where his whole kind of world shatters, as he now learns that the mum he thought just left him is actually dead. And when Billy asks why he couldn't tell him, Stevie claims it was all me. It was all my fault. They then get Phil out of the room, and Stevie asks for a bit of space so he can fully explain what happened. He explains how he was caught with another woman and she disappeared. Billy thinks he had to do something with it because... Stevie thinks he had something to do with it because she was found on a bed... Oh, no. Fuck me, I'm getting all my notes confused. Billy thinks because Stevie said it so fucking ominously, he thinks it's like, did you kill her? No. And Val was found on a bed in a bedsit with a bottle of pills next to her. So it's all but said is that she committed suicide. Billy's upset because he was never told about it. He didn't want to break the news to them as kids. He wished he would have told them sooner, then asked if the woman Stevie slept with was Teddy's mum. Billy then goes straight to smack Teddy in the face and asks if he knew all of this about his mum being the woman he cheated with. Teddy explains how he didn't know the logistics of it. And Stevie then explains how the reason why he had to put Billy in care wasn't because he wanted to do it, it's because he couldn't handle it. Every time Stevie would look at Billy, he would see his mum, and he couldn't deal with the guilt. I think it's Stevie's sister called the socials, and he was forced to give him up. Then by the time Stevie had his head straight, he was ready in the care system, and then he just assumed that it was shit's fucked. It's all gone. It's over. There's no way we're getting back to each other. Billy then goes straight to Phil and needs to know why he did so much digging. And Phil tries to get him to open his eyes and believes he doesn't need, you don't need Stevie. Even Ted's angry when talking to Stevie by being like, you still haven't been fully honest. I think it's time you leave. Billy calls Honey and hopes everything is well, but leaves a fucking heartbreaking, sobbing fucking voice note, revealing his mum's dead, and he cries his little eyes out. The day after, Ted goes to try and mend bridges with Billy. He apologizes for smacking him and is super reasonable about it. Ted says he admires what Billy has become. He started from nothing and sorted out a proper life for him. Billy says, Phil's got it right though. I am a loser. I need to see life for what it is. But Ted goes, look, you started from nothing. You've done a really good job to get to where you are. Phil's, where the fuck am I even at? Ted calls him a hero and they hug it out and that you shouldn't let Phil run your life like that. Will asks about what's happened, lets it slip that Phil framed Stevie, and then now fucking Billy's like, why did you frame him? And he's furious because it was Phil making the excuse to try and get rid of Stevie. He wonders why he has to listen to a loser like Phil. He says all this time he's looked at Phil like the old loser he is. Billy says, which is a great line, he isn't the runt of the litter anymore. Phil is. And this, as well as Phil, now left alone in his empty house. His empire of dirt, essentially. It means nothing if you don't have people there to fucking make you feel alive. So like I said, it's fucking wild. It's wild to see that Billy's now ascending to actually have some fucking self-worth. What a fucking wild world we live in. Stevie returns the day after as Big Mo. Phil finds Tommy kicking the ball against his wall, and then Phil resets himself and then gets back in the mood to be like, oh, it's alright, Tommy, big love to you, mate. But then fucking he sees Stevie and then it sets him off again, starts yelling at Tommy once again. Ted and Billy are drinking in the pub, feeling confident. But after the day they've had, they want Stevie. They let Stevie talk it through. And Ted talks him round and lets Stevie try to make them understand. He explains he was a terrible father and a terrible husband. Recognizes he made a lot of terrible mistakes, and he says, at least if there's one good thing I've done, it's put the two of you together. And says he is proud to have them as his boys. And Stevie stands up to Phil and finally gives him some home truths. So in a verbal altercation, he steals Phil's car keys and asks Mo for a favour. Stevie Big Mo getting this sold pretty quickly. Stevie leaves a picture of Billy and Charlie with him together and hands him a big fucking wad of cash. And we also get to see Phil just fucking fuming. Like, where's my fucking car? Where the fuck am I supposed to get a bat? He starts fucking yelling at fucking everyone.
Get the bus, Phil. Get the fucking bus. So wait,
Get Phil on the bus. What? So sorry. That's what I fucking thought. Screaming at everyone.
Imagine him going up to the bus driver. Okay, so where you going, Phil? Okay, you're going to this bit. That'd be £5. What? Yeah, £5. Oh, off. But when he finds out that Stevie stole the car, will he get the cash off Billy, or will Billy just nick it for himself?
Nah, he's keeping that money.
So will Phil get his car back? That's the real question.
No.
Can we get a 10 seconds of
Phil he's slung around like 150 and like ransom fucking payments over like the last 6 months. Like, he's fine. He'll manage. We just have the bank of Phil.
Can the editor make a 10 seconds of Julia's theme for Phil's car, please?
I'm not doing it.
Please.
No.
Fuck's
he asked for just 5 minutes to say goodbye to his kids. That being Billy and Stevie. And Stevie, he gives a really sweet little pep talk for both the kids. You know, we're like, look, all right, you've grown into a good young man. Really proud of you. Keep your head down. It's like, And then he gives Janet like, look, you know, you can be anything you want to be. Look after your brother. And I was just like, oh, fucking hell. Guys, please make it stop. I'm feeling things. I'm feeling things.
I need Janet to be the next hard man on the square. She's a crime boss, if I ever seen one.
And then finally says goodbye, and he also like sets the gift, which we now know is like 20 grand, and a picture of him and Charlie down on the side. And he thanks Billy for allowing him to fall in love with his family. Then Stevie and Big Mo share this really sweet kiss. And some people didn't think they were an item. Like, lads, what do you mean? They're old people. You could die any day. Who the fuck needs to do courting? Oh, you're a bit like me. Fucking come here.
I thought Big Mo was still in love with Fat Elvis.
I'd fall in love. I fell in love with Stevie.
I mean,
I'm right there. I'm right there with Mo.
I mean, you showed me a photo of Fat Elvis, and I must say, Fat Elvis is a looker. I fucking love Fat Elvis. But
yeah, some people were just what? What do you mean you're surprised they're together? For fuck's sake, do people not old people fuck? Come on, they got all this time. They got all this time in the world. Oh no, it's just a companion, just someone you can share your life with till you go.
Can we get what is a polyamorous relationship where it's where can you get one with Stevie, Fat Elvis, and Big Mo?
Jesus. Or just a throuple.
A throuple, yeah. But Fat Elvis would completely destroy Stevie's pelvis. Let's be honest.
That's you can fucking you're getting a bit too excited in this fucking fictional. Yes, destroy his pelvis. What? Yeah, fucking destroy. I told you what to do. Go on.
You big boy.
Oh, go on. Go on. I'm close. Go on. Destroy that fucking pelvis.
Just angrily.
It was so fucking vivid.
Angrily tugging.
It's so vivid. We learned a lot. We learned a lot of things about you in this episode.
I'm just sat in the corner with Fat Elvis just doing it, just like, come on, big boy. Who's a big boy? Come on, it's coming home. It's coming home.
But yeah, and he speaks himself, saying goodbye to Billy. Billy finds the note saying for this little rascal, with love from his granddad. Find a massive wads of £50 notes and a picture of him with his dad and Charlie Billy sobs as Stevie leaves in the back of a black cab with the Kinks' Days playing. Fuck me, what an absolute stint he had on the show. How many episodes do you reckon Stevie was in?
If we count the funeral, I'm going to say about 30 to 40.
He was in 25 episodes.
Oh.
And I can't lie, he's probably fucking not character of the year, but like entrance of the year. Because the thing with Stevie is charismatic as fuck, and the actor did a great job of settling in with his family. Like, Stevie's been captivating the audience, become an incredibly unforgettable Mitchell, with a mission to reassert Billy as a genuinely strong character, prop up this family, give Janet and Will more screen time, allow a lot of this, and introduce Ted, Harry, and Barney. Chris Crenshaw and all the actors have knocked this one out of the fucking park. Fantastic stuff. Really, really good. I absolutely have fallen in love with Stevie Mitchell, and I absolutely adore his new family that has come in as a result. I hope it's not the last time we see the character.
Hopefully not.
Because, yeah, just such a... I feel like everybody loves him. I feel like everybody is genuinely like, yeah, it's fucking great.
We all have a Stevie in our life.
But yeah, do you have much to say about Stevie's still on the show?
Oh, sorry, I cut to me at the wrong time. It was me yawning. I enjoyed Stevie's stint. I liked all the episodes he was in. I loved the bit. I loved the big Meavy love story. That's their ship name, isn't it? Big Meavy, or Big Stow, I guess. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the aspect of him introducing his family being Teddy, Harry, Barry, and Barry, into the show. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed him like reconnecting with Billy. Obviously, watching Who Done It 2014 is going to be interesting. Because Billy be like, "I've got no family." You do, Billy. You do. You silly bugger. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching the future episodes to see Stevie's impact on the show. He didn't stay long, but it's Alan Ford. You're not getting fucking. He can't be there every single week. The film scene.
Yeah, like he's an older actor. He's done his work. He's been in much bigger fucking movies than this. Cockneys versus Zombies. No, but like, you know, well-established actor, fucking... Yeah, he just did a really good job. And I do hope that we get some... You know, maybe at Christmas he makes an appearance. I hope they bring him back every now and then. Some great moments as a whole. Him fucking unveiling Nadine's fucking fake baby bump. His relationship with Mo is adorably sweet. His relationship, in the end, with Billy is wholesome. Establishing Ted, who is, you know, a fucking, like, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Fucking fantastic stuff. Stevie's probably made one of the best impressions an EastEnders characters has made, probably since George Knight, honestly.
Yeah, I think we should.
And George Knight had a fucking hero's welcome.
I can be your hero, baby. There's a lovely rendition for you. So I think we continue on with it. We keep chucking on this train.
We do. Day after, Phil lashes out at the insurance people and lashes out at literally fucking everyone. He screams at Raymond, he screams at Denise, he screams at Callum, screams at Kat, and then calls Jay and Callum useless. Ted offers to help Billy tell the kids. But then Billy says, "Look, I do realise we've not really had a chance to get to know each other. Let's all go have dinner with all the clan." Well, maybe not. Maybe not Phil. Maybe let's not include Phil though. Kat and Yolanda advise Denise to get Raymond far and away from King Mitchell. Phil finds himself alone and upset, calling Denise, hoping that she's going to return his calls. Once again, he is he can't express his feelings at all. Like, he's so bad at fucking talking about himself. It's like toxic masculinity to the fucking core. Harry catches a dress and then ends up spilling a smoothie over Sharon. Harry gives doe eyes to Penny, and Barney is aggro about the time. Ted tries to catch another date with Sharon, but Sharon bluffs it by saying, "I've got nothing to wear." Billy and Ted with the kids get excited about the meal, and Phil gets excited to be with his family, but they avoid him. Like when someone waves at someone behind you, but you think it's at you, so you're like, "Hey," and then you just turn around, and you're like, I've been fucked. Jay asks Phil to show up, and he takes his seat at the head of the table. The family are at odds with one another, with Phil kind of taking the brunt of all the aggro, but also still flinging shit at Stevie. Phil then, because Harry starts to kind of take the piss out of Phil for losing his car, they start like fucking squaring up to each other. And yeah, fucking Phil calls Harry scum as Jay gets pushed over and starts bleeding. Ted tries to smooth things over by saying, "I respect him, but now things have changed." He claims it's a young man's game. "I could have beat you out of the darts, but I don't want to be enemies." And then he drops what's probably my line of the year because it's the most ridiculous shit to fucking say whatsoever. Fucking Teddy says, "The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting." Then you just have Phil kind of like looking at him like, yeah. What the fuck? How'd you fucking respond to that?
I fairly quickly, because obviously...
it's just such a ridiculous line. Like, how do you say that without laughing?
I bet they had to do a couple of takes. I've been thinking, right? Because obviously, again, for our fellow wrestling fans, and obviously
that's from the Art of War. Fucking, you know.
And obviously, like, there's a current gimmick of a character called Roman Reigns being the head of the table. So I posed the question to you, Ash. Who is the head of the table and who is The Rock? So who's the Roman Reigns and who's The Rock? Like, in this kind of arc. Who's the head of the table and who's the final boss?
I don't know why you're posing this to me on the fucking EastEnders podcast. That no one's getting the wrestling reference.
Yeah, but I want to know. I very quickly want to know. Would it be Phil and Stevie or Phil and Teddy?
Phil and Teddy, probably.
That's
right. Even Billy's rising up to be the head of the table.
Billy's the Solo Sokoa fucking bloodline leader. He's not head of the table. He can fuck off.
But yeah, fucking dropping the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. That's my line of the year. It's so fucking ridiculous. I don't know how he said it with a straight face. Like, he's dropping a quote from the Art of War, for fuck's sake. Like, oh, fuck me. Absolute gold. And Ted reminds Phil that without your family, you are all alone. Denise leaves a Raymond saying he ruined Ben once again, leaving Phil by himself. Raymond doesn't even hug Phil, and Denise says if you don't sort yourself out, you will end up a very lonely man. Ted buys Sharon a dress, but they see Denise and Phil's argument, which dampens things. Phil heads back home, having lost everyone, and breaks down in tears. He sits in his armchair, sits in his throne, and looks at pictures of all the family he had, but has now lost. And like, we actually see, he starts crying. Starts fucking crying his eyes out. Fucking hell. It's unsurprising. It's like I said, when we had that fucking shot of Phil at the head of his table with no one around him, alone, I think a lot of us did generally suggest that we were going to get a loneliness storyline for Phil Mitchell. Phil struggling and Phil probably going off the rails, honestly. Like, it doesn't take too much, but it does feel like there's a very high chance that we do just get to see Phil just struggle because it's an aspect we've not really seen, and for the most part of the last couple of years, for the last like decade or so, we've generally just seen Phil being the more stoic, like hard man. But we don't, we're a long way from back in the early 2000s and back in the early 90s where Phil is the sensitive one, but he doesn't know how to talk about it because of how he was raised. And it's a really just, once again, I cherish the fact that Steve McFadden has been acting the whole year and not just at Christmas, because this is going to be fucking heartbreaking to see Phil slowly lose everyone he loves.
Will he become drunk?
Obviously,
again?
I kind of hope not. But, if he is an alcoholic, it's like these things have a choice. Like, there's a very high chance that it happens. And I do think that gradually towards the 40th anniversary, he will start to... I feel like his family will start to rally around him. And he will likely... because they're not gonna Derek Branning him. They're not gonna fucking make him be like, oh, fucking hate the lot of you. You're all dickheads. Oh, fucking hell. But I do think that through a bit of time and through a bit of change, I think Phil will actually accept and acknowledge Billy and stop treating him like dirt and actually start trying to be a better man and start trying to better himself. But whatever happens, I do look forward to it because, fucking he's a fucking pillar of the soap. He's fantastic. Anything he does is great. And it is just a tragic story because everyone he has is gone. And he's pretty much pushed them all away. It's really interesting. I absolutely look forward to seeing whatever comes from this storyline.
Yeah.
You got much on it?
Just the two of us. It's fun to see Phil going to slowly lose it all. I know it's not fun in reality, but it'll be fun in the show. And I look forward to it. I just hope he doesn't become an alcoholic again. Maybe crackhead Phil. Maybe bring him back for one off.
I don't want it. I don't. I've seen as a former Ben Mitchell stan, I've seen drunk Phil too many times at this point, and I can't. I know that they may have to because if the storyline permits, you have to try paint it with realism. But fucking hell, I can't do drunk Phil again. Because look, everybody loves the compilations of like 8 minutes of drunk Phil. You don't love the 9 months of Phil being an alcoholic, do you? You don't fucking love having to sit through it. The most tragic, miserable fucking shit. It's awful. Well, it's good, but it's hard to watch.
Yeah. My thoughts on the week so far. My thoughts on the week is it was a sleeper week. I just didn't really like the Reiss scenes. I loved all the Stevie, Denzel stuff, and fucking Amy standing up for herself. Fight the man, fight the fucking man. 1-2 uni flew his ass.
1-2 Scooby Doo.
Sure, 1-2 Scooby Doo.
I'm alright, mate. Keep going, keep rolling.
I'll see it off camera. So yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see this. We're building storylines again. We're building to the 40th anniversary. Even though we're in July, we're in the first, maybe second week of July. We're slowly going up, and it can only get better from here. So yeah, that's my thought.
Yeah, no, it was a very enjoyable week. As said before, I think it's a very fucking. It's just, there's a lot of really good stuff. I really enjoy the Stevie's exit. I could have cried. If he had one more episode, I would have been in tears, blubbing. Where they just ham it up even more. I like where it puts Phil. I like the raising of Billy to finally respect himself. I like Ted. I like all the family. The Denzel stuff was surprisingly decent as well, as we do see progression of him finally realizing, dude, just be open with your family for fuck's sake. But yeah, no, there was genuinely probably it was a sleeper hit. I very much enjoyed this week, and I think it was one of the better ones. in recent memory. Are we doing the awards?
Yeah. So
All right.
just to bookmark it, you're 2 hours in, so you have to put that in your little title thingy. So yeah, the awards.
All right. Exactly 2 hours.
2 hours and 10 seconds if you want. So the awards are Who Needs Slapping Down. It's underrated. It's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, and the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence.
So do you want to go first, or will I go first?
You go first. What are we doing first?
Underrated. Underrated. Who's going first?
So yeah, my bad. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I was just like, and I was like, I am confused. So you want me to go first, or do you want me to go second? My underrated is going to Amy Mitchell. Stand up for yourself, girl. You are a queen and should be respected. But please stay away from me. Social distance. You're only 15 in the show. So please stay away from me. Don't talk to me. I don't want to get outed. Please. And don't make me download Snapchat. Please. I will gladly appreciate you. Your essence of being a queen. But stay away from me. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's mine.
That's a bizarre line, but sure. Underrated. Nugget. I think Nugget has handled this little storyline very well. I would give it to the new Mitchells, but I've been fucking glazing them like an absolute fucking champion. So I've been glazing them like sketch. Fucking come here, baby. No, I've been loving all of it. I'm just really good. Nugget's been great though. He's shown, like I said, everybody was a bit skeptical, and some people just hate the fucking teenagers on the show. But I think we have a really solid crop of them.
Yep.
So yeah, Nugget is underrated.
The Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence, or as I call it, the Steve Motherfucking Blackman Award. Either or will do.
I'm gonna give it to me. I'm gonna give it to my picture where I look like Barney.
Will I flash it up again on the screen?
Yeah, go on. Get that bitch up there.
You continue talking there, pal, while I get this up.
Well, I think I deserve the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence. If you look at what I was wearing, it's a very blue number. Got the jacket, got the blue t-shirt, got the Barney haircut. Oh, top 10 most something. I don't fucking know. I give myself the Award of Excellence.
There you go, lads. Have a look at this have a look at this stud muffin. Fucking look at him here, lads. There's his eyes. There's his hair. There's his hoodie. There's his blue shirt. And there's the lovely couch that I sat on. That couch might not be the same.
No, that's not the same one.
And look at the lovely plant in the background. I think that's a fucking plant. I
think I was taking it one of my ex's.
Oh.
Like houses, yeah.
It looks just like yours. I was so confused.
I mean, decor in the UK doesn't really fluctuate too much.
It's just because of the red curtains, isn't it? It's just because of the red curtains.
Especially because we're all poor.
But yeah, here's Ash one last time, and here is Barney. Just so people know, there's Barney there. There's Ash. There's Barney. There's Ash. There's Barney. There's Ash. There's Barney. Sorry if you have 5-second reflex skills and you just didn't like me quickly switching between, but I had to get across that this is Barney, this is Ash, or this is Barney, this is Ash, and this is Barney.
Who are you giving the fucking award to?
Sorry, I was just making sure people knew.
Yeah, about fucking 733 different times.
But who am I giving the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence to? I give it to all. What the fuck's wrong with my eyes? I had black eyes for a second. I'm giving the award to all the comments on the adult sites being fucking, dodgy,
being hateful and stupid.
Yeah, and stupid. You're watching.
And finally, who needs slapping down?
Phil.
Denzel. Phil. Yeah, all good answers.
Phil's car needs slapping down.
But yeah, that's the podcast. A bit of a longer one for all of you. It went places I wasn't expecting it to. So fundamentally, hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned a bit more about us and what we feel. And all of the stuff. But yeah, decent episode of Watching Walford. It's episode 80. Probably next one might be a bit more by the numbers, less about whatever the fuck we go into. But hey, thank you for watching the podcast. We've been Ash and Piggy from Watching Walford. Once again, thank you to Belinda Slater, our one member of the channel. If you want to support the channel, we have a Patreon, a coffee, and YouTube memberships if you want to go over there. We also have a Discord if you want to join in on the conversation. I know I've been a bit light on actually contributing to the Discord as of late, but I've just been a bit fucking tired, a bit fucking sleepy. But yes, thank you for watching Walford. Make sure to join us in the next one. See you then. Bye-bye.